what's happened in the last little bit. Well, I got lots to show you. Granite went in today. Now we've got a couple of things I'm going to talk to you about and show you, but here's a few things that can happen. So I don't know if you remember in the last video I talked about the bulkheads, and we had bulkheads covering this cabinet and this cabinet, and it was just a clear cut piece. This was a hole, and there was a hole on that side. The homeowners came in and had a look, and they were not keen on it, but they never said anything to me. So I came and met them, and I'd not seen it finished because the cabinet guy had to come back. So we walked in together. As soon as I saw it, it was like, that looks terrible. So I had the drywall guys back, and we carried the bulkhead straight through, and now we've got a balance, which looks great, and we've got a chimney hood fan here, so everything's gonna look great. So anyways, one of those little things, it's a lot of work, but it looks great now. So, okay, our actual cooktop goes here. So when they bring this piece of granite, they don't want this cut out because then you have a potential of this snapping. So they leave this piece in and they'll cut this out. They're still working here today anyways. So we've got a seam, and here's the other piece. So as you can see, they try and match the seam up so that it all flows together. And it's usually pretty good, but it's hard to match stone like that. So anyways, this is called a leather finish. So you'll notice it's not quite as shiny, and it's got a bit of texture, and that's the idea that it's leather. So now, here's something that we have to get fixed. So come on in here. So this is the laundry area, and they tried to do this piece as one piece, but the angle won't work. With this here, there's no way they can get it in, and they didn't want to break it. So they sent it off to get a seam put in it, because you can't, there's not enough angle this way with the cabinets. Now, I didn't know, or we could have had this piece left off for them. But anyways, it is what it is. So they've gone to get that fixed. So come on in here. Oh, hey, by the way, you might be noticing, we've got all of our trim painted. So here's another thing when it comes to scheduling. So the painters were ready to come in. So, but I had issues with when the granite guys could get here. So I wanted the painters to come. So they said, you know what, why don't we come and we'll start doing all of our trim. We'll get all the trim sprayed before the granite guys come, because nobody will work in here when they're spraying, because it's very hard on you. So anyways, so they got this all done, and they're back today doing stuff. So we've got our granite in here, and they'll install the sinks today. The granite guys do that. And we've got our makeup counter over here. It's in. And so the guys are already starting to paint the walls. So every once in a while, as I've said to you in the past, in order to make everything flow right, if you can get somebody that'll spot in to do something like the trim. So he had just one guy here. He did all this himself, and then took a day off, and now they're back. So come on, and I got to show you something outside that we changed because I didn't like it. So they're fixing it right now. So let's go look. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you about something I didn't like, and that was we had raw wood up here as well, and I didn't like the look of it. So I got the guys back to put the black in here. Now below here, the homeowner hasn't quite figured out what he's going to do yet, whether he's going to put some sort of covering under here. He does have a window under here, so he can't cover the whole thing in, because if anybody has to get out, you want them to be able to get out. So now we've got this. So we've got all of our parging done, which I talked about. And so we have to put railing around here and then railing down for handles. So anyways, I've got the handrail guys coming. They'll be back, I'm thinking probably next week sometime. All right, so we're out here in Bearspaw. The painters are just finishing up. They got one more coat to put on the walls, and he's got one pocket door to paint. But you can see what he does in here. The extent he goes to make sure that he doesn't get paint on anything else. Everything's covered in poly. The color's beautiful. I'm thrilled with it. The homeowners are thrilled, more importantly. But I want to talk to you about something that I got a comment on one of my videos the other day, and I think it's really important. So it was a comment of a guy who works in the industry, and he said, you know, my boss said to me one day, we were walking through a house, and I said, man, these cupboards are crap. And my boss said, it doesn't matter. People don't care. They just want to make sure it'll hold up the pretty granite. Well, I want to talk to you about that. You know, it's easy for people to think, oh, I don't care, until your cabinet door falls off. Until you've been living in your house for 2 years and you start looking at it and it's pretty shabby, because there's all kinds of things that were done just poorly. I keep stressing this. You know, there are lots of stuff we can replace later. So if you want to buy something a little less expensive, that's fine. You can replace it, but you can't replace the house. So we're trying to make a change in that and have people realize that what you want to do is have a quality home built. We'll build you a quality home that will last for years and years and years. The little things inside, you want to change them, so be it. But don't make the mistake of, oh, this house is way cheaper. There's probably a reason. Find out who your builder is, make sure they build good quality, buy one of their homes, and you'll be happy with it. In the long run, you'll be happy with it. Anyways, thanks for listening on that. Okay, our handrail guys are here from Heritage Deck and Rail, and we just got this put on. So the homeowner has some little dogs, so they didn't want glass, because of course their noses would be on that all the time. This is going to have a swinging gate, stairs down. Over here, this is kind of nice to see. So whenever you have an open to below, for instance, just for these stairs down here, we always have to have railings. Some people try and get away with it and not put it, but you know what? Somebody sits on that and topples over, and that concrete's really hard. So they've got a railing that'll be going down for a hold, handhold. So anyways, that'll be done. And everything else is getting done. We're real close now. We started this project in February, and they should be in here first week of September. So I've got guys that'll be coming out to do all the dirt work. That'll be happening pretty soon. As soon as the painters are done, they're out of here, and I have got tile being delivered on Tuesday next week. Today's Thursday. I have got some electricians showing up on Tuesday, and they'll be installing the lights, plugs, and everything, so the guys will have their light in there. So just keeping you up to date of where we are, and they'll be moving in hopefully second week of September. That's the plan. We'll be back to show you more.